Yo everyone, Dancentral here, and welcome to the seventh part of my Q&A series of videos. Okay, so next question then is from my good mate retrosofer. Another great guy. He collects for the Dreamcast and the Sega Saturn, if I remember rightly, and he's always like doing pickups videos, and he's always showing like little rare gems that he finds, and you know, he's a great guy to talk to as well. And you know, again, if you haven't subscribed to him, please go and have a look at his channel because you know he totally deserves it. And basically, he said, "Congratulations on the subs, dude. Questions are: What's the most surprising? Well, sorry, start again. What's the most surprisingly good game that you've ever played? Surprisingly good game. So that's going to be a game that you didn't think would be that good, and then when you actually put it on, suddenly you thought, whoa, actually, this is actually pretty decent. To be honest, okay. There's a game that I mentioned in my games that I'm currently playing where I said that I didn't know if it'd be that good, and then actually when I put it on, it was surprisingly good. And that's Alex Kidd and the Lost Stars. Being a kind of another game in the series, having seen Alex Kidd in Miracle World and really enjoyed it, and then having played Alex Kidd in the Enchanted Castle and kind of thought it was average, I kind of then thought maybe Lost Stars wouldn't be as great. And I looked on the back, I sort of thought, yeah, it looks good. It's another Master System version, so it should be good. But I was sceptical. I didn't think it'd be too great. And then when I put it on, actually, surprisingly, I really started to enjoy it. I did find though that when I got to, and if you look in the games I'm currently playing videos that I've just done, you'll see what I mean. I kind of get to a certain level and then it kind of looks like it goes back to level 1 again, when actually it says it's like level 8, so it kind of starts to loop round again and start repeating levels, even though it says it's like level 8, it's actually, you can tell it's level 1 again because of the design. So I thought that was a bit strange. But again, it was a game that I thought wouldn't be too great, and then I put it on and I thought it was actually pretty decent. And then the other one that I could think of off the top of my head, which is kind of a big one for me, and again, if you saw my videos of when I went and stayed with my grandparents in Norfolk, I do mention this as well. Now, I've never really been a big fan of RPGs. I've always been really sceptical. I'm a bit like X-File 2708, although I think he's now starting to get into them a little bit. In that I've just kind of never really kind of enjoyed them, never really kind of got them. I never really kind of seen what's so great about them. But when I went and stayed in Norfolk for the week, I didn't really have my computer as such. I didn't sort of have internet connection really. I didn't have TV that I wanted to kind of where I could watch what I wanted. It was kind of like you're kind of on your own in a sense. You haven't got your own, you haven't got your home comforts with you. But I did have my DS, and I decided to bring Legend of Zelda: Phantom Hourglass with me. But I thought, oh, I'm not going to enjoy it, but I will give it a go because I can't sort of start slating it until I've played it. You know, don't knock it till you've tried it. So I stuck it on at the start of the week, and by the end of the week, I'd nearly completed it. I could not put it down, and this was the game that I never thought I would ever get into. I thought, you know, Zelda, the games are too long. You know, I played the CDI version and I completed that, but that's probably the only one that I could really get on with because it's not necessarily an RPG. It's more like a platformer. That one. But these ones are RPGs, I'm never going to get on with them. Oh, it's just like, I'm going to put it on for a few minutes and then I'm just going to want to turn it off again. I couldn't put it down. I could not put it down. I absolutely loved it. I thought the graphics were great, I thought the music was brilliant, I thought the storyline was really, really good. It was just so cleverly done. I got so much excitement from exploring all the different levels, all the different scenery. It's brilliant, absolutely. And I would recommend it to anyone that's never played it, or that's like a Zelda fan but never played it, or I think it's absolutely fantastic, and it was a game that I never thought would be any good at all. Go and get Legend of Zelda: Phantom Hourglass. Absolutely fantastic game. Probably, again, another one of my favourite questions that someone can ask. Sonic Generations, the new Sonic game coming out at some point, I think it's like end of this year or something. Are you excited about this game, and will you be picking it up? I am so excited about this game. I can't wait to pick it up, really. I've seen loads of trailers now. I've seen little bits of footage. I think it's absolutely fantastic. It's interesting as well because for me, I thought that Sonic 4 Episode 1 was going to be the answer that all the Sega fans have been looking for. We were going back to the 2D roots, it's side-scrolling, da-da-da-da. And yes, to an extent, it's done that. And it is a really good game. It's a shame that they never released a hard copy in a disc format, but it's great nonetheless. But having said that, it seems now like Sonic Generations is becoming the answer that us as Sega, you know, old school fans have been looking for. The fact that they're fusing kind of the 3D Sonic with the 2D Sonic, so there's two Sonics, and and I saw some footage of it of like Green Hill Zone being kind of updated. Oh my god, I could not take my eyes off the video. I was just like, Really? No way. Couldn't believe it. And I reckon it's just gonna be hugely successful, and I just cannot wait physically. So am I looking forward to it? Absolutely. And will I be buying it? You just try and stop me. I'm going to be there like a shot. I cannot physically wait for it to come out. And then moving on to, again, another top legend, aka XY2708. Just absolutely fantastic guy. Really, really good mate of mine. I've been mates with him ever since, you know, the beginning, really, sort of the early stages of his channel. I think I was mates with him when he was at like 200, 300 subs. So I've kind of seen his progress go all the way up to what it is now, and you know, it's just amazing how well he's done. You know, and the followers that he's obtained over the time he's been on YouTube, and he's just such a down to earth guy, and he's fantastic. He really is, you know, and he's absolutely the same in person. I had such a great conversation with him. It was still really surreal looking at him and seeing that, like, this proper, you know, legend on YouTube that everyone knows I'm sitting in front of. But yeah, he really is a great guy, and we had such an awesome weekend, even though he was only on the first day. But yeah, and I just need to catch up on the rest of your videos, mate. Apologies, you know, it's driving me mad, and that goes for everyone as well. That I used to comment on your videos, and then I had been a bit inactive. I do apologise, but I will absolutely get round to it ASAP. I'm going mad because I absolutely love watching videos. It gives me such a buzz, not just making videos, but watching them as well, and seeing people's thoughts and how they've been doing and what they've been getting up to. It's great. So I will definitely get. I've still got to watch your Games Room tour, your kind of epic long one. So that will happen soon as well. But anyway, he's given me some questions as well. So thanks very much. It says, "Big congratulations to you, matey. Thanks a lot. Very well deserved, and I'm sure 1,000 subs will soon follow." Well, hopefully, you know, if I'm going the right way, you should hopefully get there. Definitely looking forward to a meet-up at some point and to do a video or two for both our channels. Definitely, not just at the Mission Is Possible event, but also I have said to him quite a few times that I'm still looking to come up and see him at some point in his hometown, so that we can do a retro shopping trip, and also I can see his games in person, which would just be absolutely surreal. It would be absolutely just blow me away. It really would. See his Mega Drive collection up close. And yeah, just to visit some of the stores with him. We've been talking about doing a joint pickups video if I was to go up and see him. Maybe get a joint gameplay vid as well, a joint retro shopping trip. Maybe make a day of it where we do loads of recording and loads of videos across loads of different subjects, whether it's gameplays, going outside and doing shopping trips, or doing pickups, etc. So that's definitely going to happen. It's just a case of when I can get the finance together and I can get the time to go up and see him. But it will definitely happen. So in the future, you can, I'd say, pretty much guarantee that there will be a video from the two of us at some point. Because one of the things I actually love doing is collaborating with people. That's probably up there with the things I enjoy the most about YouTube. That is a platform that actually enables you to actually meet people and do joint stuff with people. It's so good. Okay, anyway, he's basically said, yeah, looking forward to doing some stuff on both our channels, so that will definitely happen, because I will look to come up and see you at some point. And here's some questions for you. Number one, what is your most prized gaming-related possession in your games room which is not a game or a console? Well, I've had a similar question like that already asked, and again, I'm going to say my Sonic plushie that Wendy gave me. Incredibly generous of her. You know, I've still not really gotten over how generous she is for doing that. I will look to get something across to you at some point, because I still feel like I kind of owe you big time, because it must have cost you a lot. So I really am proper grateful, a lot, really am. So I'll probably just, yeah, I'm struggling to find anything else, because they're just mainly just games that I've just bought, really, just that I enjoy. In terms of stuff that I really kind of class as being prized possessions, just really the Sonic plushie. I just absolutely love it, to be honest. And obviously, you just said it can't be a game or a console, so I can't really say them anyway. I'll probably say my rare video game videos that I've just realised. So literally, I've got some Sonic the Hedgehog cartoons, but they're not necessarily rare. Whereas these, like, I've got some promo videos that are quite rare. So I'll just quickly show you guys these. This is a Mega Drive 101 Turbo Tips. So basically, it goes through 101 cheats across loads of different games on a video. And it lists all the games there as well. You don't know how well you can... Oh, the camera's not very... Don't know how well you can see that, guys. So apologies if you can't. But it's got games like Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Golden Axe 2, James Pond 2, Tasmania, Tiny Toons, World of Illusion, Splatterhouse 2, Ghouls and Ghosts, Streets of Rage, Echo, Terminator 2, and loads more. And then this one is a kind of a promo Super Mario All-Stars video, which again I think is fairly rare. So it looks just like the game, but obviously it's a video. And there's some nice screenshots from all the games because obviously it's a compilation of like 4 different Mario games. And again, there's the video. And basically, Craig Charles, who you'll know from Coronation Street, who plays Lloyd, and also he hosts Takeshi's Castle and Challenge on the TV channel Challenge. He hosts this, and he's a very young-looking Craig Charles holding a Super Nintendo console in his hands and being quite humorous. So that's quite cool to see. And it just basically takes you through all the games and just gives you loads of cheats, not just in text, but they actually show you visually. There'll be a guy sitting there playing it and actually showing you on screen how you do certain cheats, and you actually see it happen. What it does, so it's really, really cool. And then this last one is again another promo video, and it's for Donkey Kong Country. So it's basically behind the scenes. So they take you into the Donkey Kong Country headquarters at the time, get you to meet some of the guys that actually programmed it, actually made it, actually designed the levels and stuff like that. And again, there's the video. And so yeah, it basically gives you the making of Donkey Kong Country, and then it also does a little bit of stuff on the Super Game Boy, where you can obviously put Game Boy games into this adapter to play them on the SNES. And it goes through a few other little things as well. But again, I've heard that's fairly rare as well. So yeah, it's probably some Sonic plushie, and these 3 quite rare videos, 2 of which are promos, if I remember rightly, and another one is just Mega Drive cheats and tips. So yeah, I'll probably say those as well, to be honest, because I'm quite proud of having those, because they are fairly rare as far as I'm aware. All right, cool. So that's that one, and then he says, what current generation game have you most looked forward to but then been the most disappointed when you've bought it? Oh, that's pretty easy. Sonic Unleashed. Sonic Unleashed drove me absolutely insane. Obviously, everyone knows I'm a massive Sonic fan, so I couldn't wait to get Sonic Unleashed because I thought it'd be a really good one. Obviously, having played Sonic the Hedgehog on the Xbox 360, the first current gen one they brought out, I really quite enjoyed that, although it's not the easiest of games, I'm not going to lie. It's quite long as well, but pretty enjoyed that. So I thought Sonic Unleashed was going to be pretty good again, but how wrong I was, and I think everyone will agree anyway. It's quite a classic one, where the Werehog levels were just an absolute travesty, and then the Sonic levels weren't too bad, and everyone was sort of saying, what was the whole point of the Werehog? Why was it even in there? Why was there the need to even do that? Why not just keep it Sonic? Because, it's like, why... I suppose you can understand in a way why Sega are trying to take risks and stuff, but if you know what Sonic fans want, just give them what they want. Don't start messing about with things and putting other things in that are just going to confuse matters and just make people lose interest. And why would you do it? So that for me is probably the biggest one where I just thought, nah, it's just not going to work, to be honest. And that's probably the only game really where I bought it and really thought, oh, I wish I hadn't bought this. Oh no, having said that, no, there's another one. I'm glad I thought of this one. This is another one one aside from Sonic Unleashed. Now, if you've ever played Bubsy on the Mega Drive, you know what I'm talking about. And my good friend Adam, aka Interghost, is currently doing this as his Mission Is Possible game for the event. He is playing through Bubsy. There we go. There was a sequel done on the Mega Drive as well, Bubsy 2, and it's absolutely brilliant. Okay? Stick with those, stay away from the PS1 version, which is called Bubsy 3D. It's absolutely atrocious, and I cannot understand why Sony decided to take Bubsy onto its console and just completely destroy it. They've absolutely shattered it. It's absolutely appalling. You've only got to look at the screenshots to start with to realise how absolutely unbelievably stupid and poor it is. And to play it, it's just, you just play like 30 seconds of the first level and then you turn it off. I can't stand it. I really can't. I bought it because it was only a $5 at a car boot, and I thought at the time it was going to be really good because I'd never seen it before then. And I thought, whoa, there's another Bubsy game. I didn't even know there was another one. So I got really excited, stuck it in. I couldn't wait to turn it off. I really couldn't. So for me, I posted Sonic Unleashed and Bubsy 3D. Stay away from that. Stick with Bubsy 1 and 2 on the Mega Drive. Don't go any further than that. Stick with those. Don't touch the PS1 Bubsy 3D version. It is absolutely... You've only got to look at some trailers and some videos on YouTube and you'll know what I mean. It's absolutely just atrocious on the part. So again, stick with it, guys, and it'll be the definite final part after this.